Before I came to Chongqing, I asked my Chinese friends what to do in the city. They all replied, hot pot, the skyline, hotels. But they failed to mention one key detail. There are so many steps. But thankfully, after 24 hours of stumbling around like a fool, I started to notice some more convenient ways to get around. I can't believe we're getting a cable car in the city. This is pretty cool. Look, it goes up the side of the mountain. Oh my god, is that a monorail? Are we going to go in the air? It goes through the building. I can't believe I'm taking a ferry to get across the river in Chongqing. How cool is that? Hi, I'm Nico and welcome back to my channel. I'm in the city of Chongqing right now, which is very, very different to my adopted hometown of Beijing. When I was travelling into the city by train, I was immediately struck by its mountainous terrain. As we got closer, I noticed insane roller coaster-like metro lines and flyovers that looked like Hot Wheel tracks, and my excitement started to build. I spent the first day exploring by foot, which was great at first, even if we did get a bit lost. Around every corner, there was something to see. But my favourite place was the stone steps that wind up the hillsides, connecting different levels of the city. But after an hour or two of walking around, I was knackered. If I was in Beijing, then I would have just jumped on a shared bike, but I didn't see any, or any scooters on the road for that matter. I guess it's simply just too hilly. But luckily, with the help of my guide, I found a solution. If you do want to avoid the stairs, then this is the Kaishuanlu elevator. You know how I feel about elevators in natural environments? Well, this is in a city and it's purely practical. It joins the lower city to the upper city and it only costs 1 yuan. That's not the only way to get between the two levels of Chongqing. Throughout the city, they've built outdoor escalators that snake up and down the mountainside to make life more convenient for local residents. As someone who doesn't like taking the stairs, I'm appreciating the chance to save some energy for the next stop on our infrastructure tour, which is something that I've been dreaming about for years. Whoa, what a cool view. I can't believe you can see outside. Oh, it feels like we're going over the river. It's so cool. It's like we're actually riding like a roller coaster.
前方到站.
Theme parks can be pretty expensive, but for just a few yuan, you can spend a couple of hours cruising around on Metro Line 2, which feels like a never-ending roller coaster. In most cities, the metro is just a functional way of getting around. And whilst the city planners have fulfilled this need in the mountainous terrain, this feels more like a sightseeing tour than a commuter train. It goes over rivers, under bridges, and this station, Elizabeth, the metro actually goes through the building. corner of the city is interesting, and we've often found ourselves taking one too many B-roll shots and running a little bit behind schedule. Our solution is always to take one of Chongqing's New York-style yellow taxis. Of course, you're not getting anywhere in a hurry in Chongqing because there isn't a straight road in sight. But I'm pretty impressed by my taxi driver's skills as he navigates the tangled up network of roads that crisscross the mountain. The city is not merely defined by its mountains, but also by its rivers. The gargantuan Yangtze and Jialing rivers both flow through the city and actually meet just behind me. As we witnessed during our metro ride, the city planners of Chongqing have really embraced its geographical features, and there are multiple bridges and metro lines that go from one side to the other. But there's also a more novel way to get across. This is the Kangjiang Cableway, which offers amazing views of Chongqing's skyline, as well as a practical way to hop across the river. As you can see by the amount of people who are crammed on here like sardines, it's not just for tourists. The cable car was awesome and whisked us across the river in no time at all. But for those locals who want a more slower, relaxing way to cross the river, then the default choice is taking the ferry across. Or at least it was. At one time, hundreds of thousands of people would cross the river by ferry every single day. But in the last 4 decades, a whopping 29 bridges have been constructed, leading to the gradual decline of the ferry lines as part of the public transport system. These days, only a few of the original passenger ships are still in service, but thankfully many of the original vessels have been given a new lease of life thanks to Chongqing's booming tourism trade. From the water, you can take in the best of Chongqing, the lights, the scenery, even the local life. I felt compelled to make this video because in most cities, public transport is just an efficient way to get from A to B, whereas here in Chongqing, the journey around the city is just as enjoyable as any of the destinations themselves. I hope you enjoyed seeing how this city embraced rather than rejected its mountainous terrain. It just goes to show that something that could be viewed as problematic to some can be an inspiration to others, shaping a unique way of daily life that I haven't witnessed elsewhere. Thanks to iChongqing for helping to show us around this incredibly built 3D city and helping us not to get lost in the process. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my Patreon. I'll see you next time.